before I got arrested this particular time, I had simply gone back to Natchez to see my mother, to visit her. The first time that I would have seen her since I went to the Peace Corps in Ghana. Well, on my way coming back to Baton Rouge for a trial, I stopped at a service station to get some gas, and then I chose to challenge the segregated seating, of the restrooms. Well, I was eventually arrested by police and beaten up. He was contacted by one of the undertakers who came to see me at the request of the chief in order to get me to be treated.
Called me and told me to go get him out of jail. And I went down there to get way out of jail.
I didn't know he was going to be there when I got out. When he got there, he told me later on about, how he got contacted and the trip up there. But this is just his version.
It was nighttime, and they say, Where was in jail in Natchez, Mississippi. And I told him, I said, well, Natchez, Mississippi is out of my territory, and I'm not licensed to practice law in Mississippi. So they say when they couldn't get a lawyer in Mississippi, they go to Natchez to get my way out. Not a single lawyer in Mississippi, white or black. We go down to the jail to get a way out. I said, well, that's not my territory. That's what most I say. And I was young. I was with my wife. We was laying up there in the bed and got children, young babies, and everything. And man, they said, Mr. Jones, Johnny, whatever they call me, they said, there's not a single soul in Mississippi would go to Natchez jail and get this man out. And this man need help. And when they say that, I say, pooh! I just bounced from the bed, just like that. I just bounced from the bed. I said, I got to go get a man out of jail. I'm going to Natchez. And that's what I said to my wife.
So the only thing I know when I came down to the bottom of the jail, he was sitting there along with a young lady named Pearl George.
Wasn't anybody to go. I could find a mail. So I said, well, I knew that was a girl by the name of Pearl George, who was a civil rights activist. She was courageous and had a lot of courage and everything, and was daring. But I knew going with Pearl was also going to be risky because she was quick-tempered. And when white people would say something derogatory or use a derogatory name of anything of that sort, she might go to fighting. But she would listen to me when she wouldn't listen to anyone else.
Well, what he told me was that he didn't really have any problem coming up. That he called the undertaker when he got up, and they I don't know what he said, they picked him up, or anyway, he wound up in the undertaker's office.
We were instructed to go to undertaker when we left. That was my instruction, to meet with somebody by the name of West. I think his name was William West. And so I was instructed to meet with somebody by the name of William, and to the undertaker, so in Natchez. So we went there, and so the first thing he did, he told us, he was expecting. When I got there, you could see he was sort of nervous, and he was directing me to, don't stop your car, just keep driving on around to the back. And then put my car in the middle of all the undertaker cars. And see, so it looked like we couldn't see. And then he took us in, and he said, I just got showed me the bedroom and everything. So he thought poor maybe it was my wife or my girlfriend or something.
They had shown a great amount of fear, and that when it was time for them, they offered him a place to stay there, and his companion was not his wife, and they only had one bed there, and you know, in that undertaker's place, and so that it finally was agreed that since they didn't have but one bed, that he would stay in one coffin, and his companion, Miss Pearl George, would stay in another coffin.
He took us back in and put us in a coffin, and we slept in a coffin. She slept in one coffin, and I slept in another. And so they were afraid to put us in. In fact, he was glad that we didn't accept the bed, really, because he didn't know if anybody had seen the car that we drove in or not, because that was indicative that he was afraid when he offered us the same bed and everything. He wasn't interested in us going in that room and go to bed, because he figured that if the law enforcement or the Ku Klux Klan or whoever it was would come, they would come and raise the plague, and probably wouldn't go into where the coffins were. And so he put us in a coffin. Poor Joe and I slept in a coffin until it was time to go down to the jail.
Well, he indicated that there was a policeman out in the lobby, you know, harassing him and the companion and trying to provoke them to just certainly humiliating them, and I imagine provoke them to make some kind of mistake.
And when we went down to the jail to get wear out, that's why we had to sit and wait. And they had one officer there. They talked about us like a dog. They low rated us. They talked about the black race like I don't know what. Used all kind of derogatory words, and actually words as to use the words of the street. They put us in the gutter.
He said his companion was really, really irritated and upset. He had to try to calm her as much as he could.
So Pearl was real angry, and so she wanted to get up there, and I just put my hand on her and said, "No, Pearl, I thought you do. Let him talk. Let him talk."
But he says that the police were doing what in our community sometimes is called playing the dozens, talking about your ancestry in a very negative way, and calling people baboons, and all kind of outrageous sort of racist comments. And they had to sit there and wait that until I came down, and they came and let me get out.